if I would remember, I mean, an official, like a government official, in that state distributed, shoemaker kits. I mean, I'm beginning to wonder how much will that cost? Because if you look at a business like that, if you look at a business, maybe say pure water business or a bread business, or some form of business, I mean, menial business, because the money will come on a monthly basis. If you do that, you keep your profit, get the next month, put it back into the business and continue. Like, don't you think it will make some meaningful um, um, uh, profits if well
Well,
managed?
such kind of businesses are the kind of businesses that the UN statistic has shown that people live below $1, because this kind of shoemaker businesses, cobbler businesses, are businesses that people get nothing more than $1 in a day. So you're still, if you really want to use the UN standard of defining poverty to get people out of this trouble, then you should give them something better, because there is no cobbler in this part of the country that is getting beyond $1 or $2. So people will still live in poverty. So the best to do is to utilize this money. We have many industries that are no longer working. Let's invest this kind of monies in such kind of industries. And we have many Nigerians who have attended school, 6 years in primary, 6 years in secondary, another 4 or 5 in university, and another dubious 1 year in a scheme called NYSC, giving people 19,700 that has no use for them. And at the end of the day, the same people will come back to labor market with no job.
All
So
right.
let's see how, if we can standardize, because government now is dealing with the NEC to fund education and to standardize the university system. So let's make the university system in such a way that when graduates graduate, we can give them part of such looted, money or fund for them to start a better life.
All right, I'll come back to you in a minute, but I mean, let me also come to you. I mean, because talking about doing a business with 5,000 naira, if you're driving into, I don't know if you're familiar with Ibadan, but if you're driving from Lagos into Ibadan, you see a lot of people, hawking bread, I mean, frying banana, frying plantain, or frying, the bean cake and all of these. 5,000 naira will begin a business. He doesn't agree, but I mean, I think you can
Okay.
start a business with that and, keep it up.
Okay. Now we're trying to
Of which Oyo State is part of the
it.
states, exactly.
Okay, I need to say this. We're trying to take people off the streets,
Yeah.
and we're encouraging them with 5,000 naira to be on the streets. Because whatever business you're talking about now is only something that will make them remain on the street, where they're selling bread, bean cake that you call akara, pure water, and they're running after cars and buses, and they are endangering their own lives. Now, there are 19 states. 2 or 3 are from Southwest.
3, actually.
3 from Southwest,
Yeah.
Osun, Oyo, and Ekiti.
Ekiti State, yeah.
There is 1 from Southeast, and 1
Anambra.
from Anambra, and 1 from South, Cross River.
Yeah.
Now, you have 5 states from North Central.
6 actually from North
6
Central.
from North Central, 4 from Northeast,
Yeah.
and 4 from Northwest.
Yeah.
Apparently, these, whatever that is called, what's it called, poverty alleviation, that is, the way I see it, is meant for the North. Now, can't this money be used for some other important things?
Like what?
Okay, example. He mentioned something about graduates who don't have jobs. If you really want to develop human capital, human capacity in itself, can't you make this money as a non-interest, a no-profit loan scheme for entrepreneurs? People who don't need to start writing employment letters, who don't need to start writing application letters to companies and jumping from here and there looking for jobs that are not even there. You can give them loans. Let them pay in a stretch of 3 or 5 years. No interest. But be sure that, okay, these people are entrepreneurs. There's a database. Probably they have their companies registered with Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC. See how that can help them. That is one. Secondly, there are capital projects that can be done that will benefit Nigerians as a whole, even those in diaspora, because you will come and you will still use those projects. Our roads are bad. There are several infrastructural development that we do not have. Dubai in 1993 is not the Dubai of today. This money can do a lot.
Yeah, well,
can help us.
For you to know that Dubai of 93 that means you're not one of the poor people.
I'm still poor.
Travel to Dubai.
I'm still poor.
What it is.
I'm still poor.
You can't call yourself poor.
Now, okay, quickly, I want to say this. Now, you've not done that. Our power. Electricity is a major issue in this country. If government can spend money on power alone, and we can have about 18 hours of sustainable electricity, that alone would wipe away our poverty level. These are things that government should look into, not when you start sharing 5,000, when it's about 7 months to the general elections, to people that we do not know, to a certain 302,000 people, because we need to let people know 302,000 people out of about 180 million Nigerians. And Nigeria is the second poorest country in the world, and you have given us a 302,000 people that you have classified as being poor. How do we even determine who are poor?
I'll come back to you again.
Yeah.
But Ambassador Bolori, let me come back to you. You know, you raised concern of the money being reluted again. You know, so the thing is, it will be shared. I mean, there's going to be a project. I mean, the sharing will take place between the National Social Insurance Trust Fund and the World Bank. Doesn't that give it some bit of legitimacy, transparency as well?
Well, for government to identify or rather establish such kind of institution, establishing them by government doesn't make them right. And this is a country whose economy right now is at stake. We are looking for money to borrow from abroad to fund our budget. We're looking for money to do plenty of things, and now we have money and we're trying to show people we do not know what to do with the money. And this is the money that even before giving us the money, those countries who are supposed to, apologize for having given other people a safe haven to steal our money and go and save in their countries, they had to write an MOU between their country and Nigeria for Nigeria to make it clear as to what Nigeria might or would use the money for. We are in deep trouble. So establishing such institutions and giving them very beautiful English names, such whatever scheme, does not make it right. What we are saying is, when you give these people, okay, fine. Government now has been giving corpus, NYSC members, 19,800 or so. And government has been giving them for 1 year. Show me one copper that 19,700 has been of use to him after 1 year. And I'm sure this 5,000 naira is 1/4 of what coppers get. And no copper has been somebody through this 19,700 naira. We have not recorded any success. And now you want to invest another money that is not even up to what graduates get. The graduates that have the knowledge, that are educated, and that are supposed to know what they are doing, could not utilize 4 times the amount you're trying to give people. And you have not seen anything with that, anything wrong with that, and you're trying to give another set of people 5,000 naira to still insist. And then, in fact, I see this as bribery.
All right,
clear.
Just hold your thoughts for a second as we have to take a break. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us.